Tonight on CTV News at 5.
It's very important because, like, if I didn't do any sports, I don't know, like, who I'd be without it.
Don't quit. A new campaign aims to keep girls playing.
It's awesome to get to have this chance.
And running strong, thousands lace up to chase Terry Fox's dream across the Confederation Bridge.
Partly cloudy tonight, then our first showers of the fall season in the region tomorrow.
Live from the Maritime's News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Panopalis. Thank you for joining us. First at 5 tonight, leveling the field. Half of Canadian girls stop participating in sport by the age of 17. And now a new campaign aims to turn that number around. CTV's Emma Convey looks into why so many young women step away from sports and what's being done to keep them in the game. Hi, Emma.
Hi, Maria. That's right. This team hopes everyone can be a player to keep girls on the courts, fields, and tracks. Throughout her childhood, Ayushi Korean was quite active in sports. When she started university, the pressures of school and a part-time job forced her to take a step back.
I used to do like marathons and stuff like that, and like I was like in the basketball team, so we used to go for like inter-school competitions and stuff. Yeah, so it was like feels like ages ago. She's not alone. Figure skating coach Stephanie Steele says the teen years are when she sees skaters slow down.
There's just so much pressure on them from all aspects of life, school, etc. So I think just really trying to make sure that they know that we're always here for them, whether or not that means they're skating 5 days a week or cutting it down to accommodate their schedule.
According to Canadian Women in Sport, by age 17, half of girls aren't even playing sports anymore. A reason the national campaign Get Girl Coached was launched.
Girls are being asked to adapt to a sports system that wasn't really designed to serve them. And so they bump up against coaches that don't fully understand them. They run into lack of resources or inequitable resources.
And they're missing out on the benefits.
We want to really rally sport leaders all across Canada to get girl coached, which means really listening to the girls, understanding their experience and their wants and needs, and then taking action.
Work ethic, discipline, self-motivation, and working as a team, even in an individual sport.
I like about hockey that, like, I get to stay active and stay in shape, and I like that I meet a lot of new friends.
Alyssa Ivany started playing hockey at 4 and has no plans to stop.
I want to at least make it to college so I can get a scholarship to hopefully a really good university so I can be a doctor.
As for Ayushi, she plans to return to the track after she graduates university.
That adrenaline rush, like before you have like a big sport or like a big race, just that just makes me feel like really good. So I think, yeah, I would want to go back.
Sports says there has been tremendous momentum in women's sports overall. It's a growing space, and professional women's sports has done so much to help people keep playing. Girls, driving women in sports even more forward. Maria.
Thank you, Emma. That makes a lot of sense. If you see somebody, you can model that behavior for sure. CTV's Emma Convey for us in the news center this evening. All right, let's head over to the anchor desk now, where Bruce Frisco is standing by with a look at the headlines. Hi there, Bruce.
Hey, Maria. Well, the Nova Scotia government tonight forecasting its largest deficit in history. We're talking about more than $1 billion in the red. The opposition says that amount of spending should be setting off alarm bells. Coming up tonight at 6, what's driving the deficit? Well, you can add St. John to the list of maritime cities asking residents to go easy on using water. All the dry weather and below average rainfall there is causing quite a concern. The city says the water levels really can't fall much lower without some pretty significant consequences. All the details at 6 o'clock tonight. Also tonight, a startling increase in the number of drug overdoses in one New Brunswick city, sounding alarms. In one 24-hour period, emergency crews in Fredericton responded to 13 ODs. We'll speak to the experts about that when you join us tonight for CTV News at 6. Right now, we'll head over to Kaylin Mitchell, hard at work in the CTV Atlantic Weather Center, and what has been, I guess it's now technically fall, right?
That's right. 3:19 p.m. was the fall equinox, so over into the fall season now by the astronomical definition. The temperatures right now mostly running around the high teens and low 20s. That in most cases is a bit above average for this far into the month of September by at least a couple of degrees. Now, did you notice that the feel to the air this weekend had that little bit of crisp fall feel to it? That's because it was quite dry. There wasn't a lot of moisture in it. And in fact, as we check in on dew point temperatures now and relative humidity values around the Maritime region, they're mostly, the relative humidity that is, running between 30 and 50%, just a little bit higher for some coastal areas. Taking a look at the winds, mostly out of the south and southwest for today, they're being sustained right now 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. We're getting a few gusts reported between 30 and 40 kilometers per hour. Well, on the topic of winds and dry conditions, there is an air quality statement out for Queens County in New Brunswick because of the presence of some wildfire smoke. And in that statement, Environment Canada is saying that a lot of the wildfire smoke is kind of being blown by those southwest winds into an area just east of Chipman. So maybe reduced where that smoke, air quality that is, maybe reduced where that wildfire smoke is present. Over on radar and satellite, we're going to be getting into some partly cloudy conditions as we move through tonight. And we have some showers in the forecast. Chance of showers tonight through northern areas of New Brunswick. Higher chance of showers for a larger portion of the region tomorrow. I will have more on that a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. So a number of walks took place across the country over the weekend to honor veterans. CTV's Hafsa Arif takes us to the annual event in Halifax.
A pause, a gathering, a moment of gratitude.
Collectively understand the impact of service.
Here in Bedford, veterans and civilians shoulder to shoulder, united by hope.
We had folks from all tri-services out today to recognize veterans, their contribution and their sacrifice.
The Veterans Walk began in 2018 with a simple idea: to show veterans that their communities see them, celebrate them, and walk with them.
Pride and happiness to see many people I know I've served with. It's really a wonderful feeling to know that, like, at the drop of a hat, they are going to come out, they're going to show their support and support each other.
The annual walk ranked 5th across Canada for fundraising, one step in a movement that stretches from coast to coast. And this year, across the ocean to London.
I was diagnosed with PTSD myself and had to go through all the challenges to kind of claw my way back to being myself, being who I thought I was, and now transitioning into who I'm going to be going forward.
This year, the Halifax area event raised $5,000, all collected to support veteran programs.
Even before I got out, I was told by other veterans that once you're out, you're cast off, you don't matter anymore. But it's our job as veterans to pull it back together, because no one's going to do it for us.
For many, it was about more than fundraising.
I think participating in events like this, one, it brings everybody back together and gets that camaraderie going again in the veteran community. We can be very fragmented as a community, but I think we're stronger when we're together.
One step at a time, it's a march to remember, to heal, and to ensure veterans are never forgotten. Hafsa Arif, CTV News, Bedford.
Thank you, Hafsa. And speaking of walks, when we come back, we'll cross this bridge.
It's nice to be part of a big, huge team.
The Terry Fox Run brought some serious traffic to the Confederation Bridge over the weekend. We'll get to the heart and soul of it all next.
Empower your menopause journey at the first ever Atlantic Menopause Show, October 17th in Halifax, with keynote speaker Dr. Adele Piper, plus the latest in research, treatments, and more. For tickets, visit atlmenopauseshow.ca.
Welcome back. The largest Terry Fox Run in the country was held Sunday on the Confederation Bridge, and with a bridge length of nearly 13 kilometers, it was the longest, too. CTV's Nick Moore has the latest tally on how many attended and how much money was raised for cancer research.
was a rare opportunity on Sunday morning to cross the Confederation Bridge without a vehicle.
This is my first time. It's awesome to get to have this chance.
I'm getting a chance to say I walked from PEI to New Brunswick.
And it's nice to run on the bridge that we typically drive.
About 10,000 people gathered for the 45th annual Terry Fox Run here on this iconic Canadian structure to honor an iconic Canadian hero.
And now to see the crowds of people, it's just really encouraging.
When I saw that the bridge was being open, I decided to set myself up for a challenge.
The event was delayed by about half an hour. Organizers said they were overwhelmed by the participation. Fred Fox, the brother of Terry Fox, said a few thousand people registered in the days leading up.
I did this run in 2010, and of course, not every Terry Fox run do you run from one province to another. And it's one thing that I keep saying that Terry never had an opportunity to do. He had to take a ferry to get from New Brunswick to PEI, so it was amazing to be on the bridge today.
Michelle Hughes is a cancer survivor who lives on Prince Edward Island.
It's an honor to be able to move my body and to show up today and to just meet my body where it's at and walk across this Confederation Bridge.
While every Terry Fox run has a joyful feel to it, the reason for the event is never far from mind.
My mom has cancer right now, and she is going through a rough time with it.
A recent family friend who passed away from cancer.
I'm running for my mom because she was recently diagnosed with cancer, so I wanted to do this run for her, even though I'm not a runner.
We all have the same objective. And it's nice to be part of a big, huge team.
The Terry Fox Run was last held on the Confederation Bridge back in 2015. It was supposed to happen in 2020, but then the pandemic happened. Fred Fox says the plan is for the bridge run to get back to a 5-year rotation.
How many people will come out for the 50th anniversary in 2030?
I'm going to do it again.
Perfect.
I've decided.
Sunday's event has already raised more than $800,000, but donations are still being counted and accepted. Nick Moore, CTV News on the Confederation Bridge.
Oh, thank you, Nick, and congratulations to Nick as well, who also participated, and to everyone who participated. What a thrill, and what a gorgeous day they had.
Couldn't have had better weather for it. It was sunny, it was cool in the morning. Did get a little bit warmer in the afternoon, but they had a breeze as well, maybe to help out with some of those runners. It's a calm scene this morning at the historic Prince Alfred Arch at Tangier, Nova Scotia. I'm going to have more on the weather forecast coming up after the break.
It's truly never seen before.
So here is a happy update for you. Four-legged besties Ava and Hunter finally tied the knot on the weekend, Kaylin, in front of a sold-out crowd at Good Robot Brewing. The idea came about after their owners, who are also cousins, saw a post from the brewery. They signed up on a whim, and as you can see, the rest is history.
Ava says, I got Hunter first, and then she got Ava a couple of months later, and they met when they were babies, and they just completely fell in love. Yeah, it's amazing to have this many people come out. There was even overflow on the street.
Everyone loves weddings, but as you age, you have less friends that are getting married, so sometimes it's nice to have a dog wedding to bring people together.
Tickets for the nuptials sold out, with proceeds going to Fly With Me Animal Rescue. And in case you're wondering, while the wedding was official in spirit, the honeymoon will look a little different because Ava and Hunter will live separately, Kaylin. I believe they'll have lots of play dates, though.
Well, you know, there was another benefit of having some nice sunny weather this weekend.
Yeah.
No wet dog smell.
No, oh, good. Good point. It was a beautiful weekend for a wedding, though.
Yeah, though we do know, of course, that we are looking for rain. We'll talk about potential in some showers coming up as we move through tomorrow. Let's take a look, though, at what was going on today in Cape Breton. This is overlooking Mill Creek. A little bit breezy in that southwest wind, but you can see all that blue sky in the background. Sun rising 7:01 to 7:15 a.m. and now setting 7:07 to 7:21 p.m. and that for the provincial capitals. Taking a look at our weather systems map, barometric pressure starting to fall a little bit. It was higher through the weekend. We had that area of high pressure that moved directly over the Maritime region. That's why things were so clear this weekend. Nights were chilly, though. We had those frost advisories in effect. That high pressure system is now beginning to weaken. And the weather system approaching is this front that's making its way in through Quebec. And as that comes in towards the Maritimes, as we move through tonight and tomorrow, we'll see a little bit increasing cloudiness in the region, becoming partly cloudy tonight. Chance of showers in northern New Brunswick and the then showers becoming more widespread on Tuesday. Taking a look at things on radar, not much showing up yet, but you can see some of the shower activity ongoing over the St. Lawrence River Valley and through Quebec. So there's a chance that some of those showers may shift into northern areas of New Brunswick as we move through tonight. And that's what's going to show up here in our forecast timeline as well as we take a look at cloud cover and precipitation. We're looking for the greens, and you can see a few rounds of those greens kind of filling in, moving across the north of that province. Now, by the time we get to the early morning hours of Tuesday, that line of showers is beginning to shift southward down towards central areas of New Brunswick, including communities like Fredericton and towards western parts of Prince Edward Island. And through Tuesday morning, those showers will sink into southern areas of New Brunswick, cross Prince Edward Island, and a few of them may get into northern and eastern areas of Nova Scotia, including Cumberland, Colchester counties, the North Shore, and Cape Breton. After that, as we move later into Tuesday evening and Tuesday night, there becomes a higher chance of showers becoming more widespread for the province of Nova Scotia, and a few of those showers may hold on into the early morning hours of Wednesday. Now, most of the precipitation with that shower activity, again, over the next 24 to 36 hours, looks like it's going to be quite light. We'd like to get more rain than it. In many cases, it'll be a few to several millimeters. There is a shot at some more rain and showers, though, later this week, late Thursday into Friday. Winds in the forecast for tomorrow, they become westerly. They'll be a little bit breezy. They'll be sustained, mostly 10 to 20 kilometers per hour, with a few gusts between 20 and 40. The low temperatures for tonight, because the increase in cloudiness won't be as brisk as they were this past weekend. So most of the lows tonight, high single digits, low teens in the region. Highs in the forecast for tomorrow in New Brunswick, mostly between 18 and 22 degrees, so high teens, low 20s. High teens for many communities in Prince Edward Island, and for Nova Scotia for tomorrow, again, high teens, low 20s in the forecast. These temperatures, once again, just a little bit above seasonable for this time of the year. In the forecast for Wednesday, it is high pressure returning, so there'll be a chance of a few showers lingering for Nova Scotia early Wednesday morning, but after that, clearing in the afternoon to become mostly sunny for New Brunswick, and clearing to a mix of sun and cloud for both Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia. Highs again, high teens and low 20s. All right, let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 7-year-old Charlotte Goulding from Country Harbor, Nova Scotia. Charlotte has sent us a drawing of a Hawaiian sunset with a palm tree and a nice straw hat. Thank you, Charlotte. And weather watchers can come in anytime to CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. So volunteers have stepped up in Moncton to help build beds for children as the number of local families in need grows every day. CTV's Nick Moore explains.
Sarah Lord is trying her hand at sanding wood that will be made into a bed frame for a child in need.
We're still learning, but it just feels really good to be able to work with your hands and learn a new skill.
Lord was one of about 24 volunteers on Saturday who answered a call put out by the Moncton chapter of Sleep in Heavenly Peace. The nonprofit has the mission of building, assembling, and delivering beds to children who don't have their own to sleep in.
How I became involved with it is I was trying to get bunk beds for my friend who's helping women who are struggling get a bunk bed for her home. And then somebody mentioned about this organization.
The organization here began building beds in May. To date, the group has delivered 22 to children between the ages of 3 and 17. Local chapter president Jim Rossetti says there are 35 families waiting on the list right now, and estimates there are about 1,000 children in the greater Moncton area without a bed.
It's huge. I had no idea. When I first heard about this, I kind of thought this can't be a real problem in Moncton, but our task is monumental. We're just trying to take it one step at a time.
The cost to construct and outfit each bed is about $450, and each bed is delivered with the mattress, blankets, and pillows. Anybody looking to donate, volunteer, or apply for a bed can visit the Sleep in Heavenly Peace website. Nick Moore, CTV News, Moncton.
Thank you, Nick. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with this story.
I'm Ryan McDonald at Felix Marchand Elementary School in Louisdale, Nova Scotia, home of the Fireflies. But today we came here to meet a student who found a different kind of bug on her lawn back at home, a rare pink grasshopper. Her story is coming up.
Start your morning with us for what you need to start your day. News, weather, and even a little fun. Your Morning Atlantic with Amanda Devison, Crystal Garrett, and Latavia Beezer. Weekdays from 6 to 9 on CTV2 and CTVAtlantic.ca.
Mornings with Aaron and Peter. We're giving away $20,000 every week with Move's Dream Big, plus a daily bonus prize of $1,000.
Listen for your keywords weekdays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to win.
Welcome back. So we've brought you stories about creatures of rare colors, like blue lobsters, for example. But as CTV's Ryan McDonald shows us, a little girl in Cape Breton found a different kind of creature that really stands out.
It's a rare discovery made by 8-year-old Abigail Boudreau while she was playing in the grass outside her home in Louisdale, Nova Scotia, Monday evening.
She was off in the grass, and all of a sudden, all I hear is, "I found a pink grasshopper!" And she came running with her hands clasped together as tight as she could hold them.
Today, the grade 2 student brought the pink grasshopper to school inside a jar with some other normal-colored grasshoppers that she has caught. What did you name it?
Emily.
Why?
Because I like that name.
But Emily hasn't only been a show-and-tell topic of sorts for Abigail. Her mom, who teaches pre-primary at the school, also couldn't help showing the insect off.
For me, it was one of those things like, I couldn't keep this to myself. This is so cool. I had to bring it to school. I had to show it to everybody. I took my lunch break on Tuesday, going around to each class, making sure every person got to see it.
So why is the grasshopper pink, and how rare is this anyway? We caught up today with a retired bug expert to find out a bit more.
In this case, what's happened is the genes controlling the red have expressed much more strongly than the genes controlling the black. So essentially, we end up with something that is reddish pink.
He adds that rare colors could also occur in some other critters, like snakes and frogs, for example, and that from a survival standpoint, there's a reason you don't see this often.
The problem is, if you are a bright pink color on a dark green background, and your principal predator is a bird, hey, guess what? You really stand out.
From the sounds of it, though, Emily might soon have to take her chances back in her natural habitat.
I'm going to release her at my house.
For now, it's a rare discovery that has mother and daughter, well, tickled pink. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Louisdale, Nova Scotia.
That is some good writing. Thank you, Ryan
that's a good line at
McDonald.
the end.
And thank you to mom and daughter. Very cool. It actually looks fluorescent to me.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so
interesting.
We go from blue lobsters to pink grasshoppers here
absolutely.
in the Maritimes. Wonder what we're going to find next.
Blue skies?
Well, we had those today for sure, although we'd like to see some gray skies and some raindrops falling out of them. We do have some showers. I talked about this earlier, coming in over the next 24 to 36 hours. But then it looks like we'll have to wait towards the end of this week for our next shot at some rain and some showers in the region. So I'll be talking more about how the first week of our fall season here in the Maritimes is going to be shaping up. That coming up at 6.
Yeah, happy fall, by the way. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow and at 6 o'clock. See you then.